Hello, YouTube. I'm George, and this is the Happy Chronicles. So today, we have a little bit of a accoutrement addition to old e-bike Bob. Now, these are actually, I would consider safety items. You can put them on any bike, but I have them on both the bikes I use, Peppy and Bob. The one is very important, especially if you ride on the street. There's several variations of it, and I suggest heavily that, especially since my accident in February, still recovering, I would heavily suggest these because prior to the accident, they actually, helped quite a few times from being run over by people that just can't drive a vehicle. I'm going to be kind with that. The other is a very important item, which in my older videos, before I had to replace my helmet, you saw on the top there was a small camera. And it didn't work at the time of the accident, unfortunately. But I have rectified that now. And without further ado, let's show you the safety and fun features of the new two items I have added to e-bike Bob. All right, so first and foremost, since we were discussing the camera on my helmet, I have put on my old GoPro. Well, it's actually a generic model, but it is of equal quality. It is in a underwater case, so it is protected from the elements. You can see all the attachments that it has come with. Very, very adjustable on this bike. This is a nice little camera. It has a lot of features. It is just a 1080. It's old, but 1080 does get you quite a bit of footage. It's set for forward motion, so anything that I am encountering forward of me is being recorded. This has a 16 gig chip, which is, believe it or not, good for about 20 hours worth of video. The battery, it's kind of old, so it goes about 2.5 hours, which is a good duration time. That's about the time of my average rides on Sunday, and then my daily rides, well, there's a little bit of time discrepancy there, about an hour and a half. So this is going to be an additional to my filming. I'm using the camera on the gimbal, which makes for a great video. If you're going to do videos, I suggest a gimbal. The gimbal has made such a big difference. Thank you, Jay, my YouTube brother. So, these are going to be the videos where I can actually record the entire trail ride. So I can give you guys a 2-hour ride and give you from beginning to end of whatever trail, whatever ride I am doing, and we're going to do it in fast forward motion. Now, once again, I'm going to be counting on my YouTube brother to do all the editing on that because I'm a one and done guy, as you know. I don't edit, I don't do anything. Whatever's there, you're getting. It's like a live thing. I gotta be honest with you, I've never actually edited a video. I can figure it out, but it's just too much work. When my YouTube becomes a business, I don't know. I'm doing it for fun. For me, for all of you guys, if I can get one more person out on a bike and feeling better physically and mentally, that's what the channel's all about. So, let's bring you to the most important one, and you've seen videos of Peppy in action where I have mounted, and on e-bike Bob there's a front rack mount, 4 screws that go into the frame, and I utilize those to mount a new car horn with an 18-volt Makita battery in its own mount, which is kind of unique because on Peppy it mounts all the way to the back of the frame in the where it's just mounted with zip ties and just kind of This one's actually got a metal frame to it, and there are zip ties. Anything I do, if it doesn't involve zip ties and duct tape, it's just not a quality repair. If you've ever seen the Red Green Show, you know. Oh, you know. So, without further ado, let's give you the horn assembly and how I've done this. So, let's give you a front-on view. All right, so that's the horn, obviously, and that's the battery side of it. So, as you can see, there are these holes for the mounting of the rack, and we got that done. We got it over here on the other side. I just had this, it was, I believe, a speaker mounting, and I bent it to form on there, and it's just bolted in there. And then it's wired in with just a simple momentary switch. Now, get ready for this. Now that, my friends, will get just about anybody's attention. Car, bicyclist, people on the trail that just don't listen to a bell or busy on their phones. God, you know, everybody on their phones, you got to pay a little more attention, especially if you're on the trail, because, you know, you're going to get hit because you're not paying attention. You're not listening because you got earbuds in. And, you know, we all have to share the trail, and that can really be a danger. So, when you have a horn like this, you got to use it on the trail lightly. You know, it's not a friendly thing. It's more of an emergency. Oh my God, you need to get out of the way, or I'm coming. You know, and you know, let's hear each other and see each other, kind of scenario. But when you're riding on the street, let me tell you what, that is heard. That is heard, and I am seen. And that's the whole point to it, because after my accident, I am kind of a little more wary of the actual riding. So, with the camera and the horn, I do feel a little safer. I do feel a little safer. So, that's kind of the safety video for E-Bike Bob and for all of you. The making of the horn is pretty simple, but I'll tell you, for those of you that aren't handy and aren't creative and don't have a shop full of crap that you can choose from, what you need to do is go to a hardware store that sells marine supplies, you know, boater supplies, and you get that little itty bitty air horn, handheld. It usually goes on your life vest in case you get thrown into water. It's the upgrade from the whistle. You'll want the air horn. You can get the little canisters. They're, you know, you can buy them separately. They're not refillable. And you get quite a few blasts out of that. Now, somehow there's a mount that you can put on the handlebars that would make that work, or you just have it handy so that when these idiots that try to run us all over, because it just happens, people don't see cyclists. I also ride motorcycles. Don't even make me go there. And we get their attention. It's also good for clearing middle school kids off the trail pack. Man, oh man, before that, they just don't move out of the way. You give them a toot on that horn, and they part like the Red Sea. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Everybody have a wonderful day. Get out there and do it, because nobody's going to do it for you. Love you guys. Peace.